What's going on, people? Second episode of Panorama. You're now tuned in. I'm your host, Orlito. Today, we're going to have a special guest by the name of Meccah Maloh, straight from here from the 414, Milwaukee. We're going to get into some conversation with the brother right now. What's
Yo,
going on, Meccah?
peace, bro. What's up? What's happening?
What's happening, bro? How you been, man?
I've been good, man. Thank you for having me on the show, man.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, man. So Um, I know you do production. I know you do rapping. I know you do finger drumming. But for people not familiar with who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and when it comes to the music scene.
Oh yeah, I'm Meccah Maloh. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Of course, I'm a musician. It's a lot of other things that I do. But mainly, I rap, I produce. I'm also a graphic designer, stuff like that. And I got, I wear a lot of hats. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So, who has influenced you, or are there any artists or producers you look up to?
Well, as far as like what, just in general, or just in
Yeah, just
production,
it's
or
your criteria, whatever you feel, brother.
um you know uh it's just gonna be like just like everybody else is like, I feel like more so like the Quincy Joneses, the rest in peace to Quincy Jones. You know what I mean? DJ
Absolutely.
Quick. DJ Quick is a
Hmm.
huge influence as far as me being a MC slash producer, doing both. You know what I'm saying? He's been a major influence. Michael Jackson. It's a lot. Nas, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a laundry list,
For
a
sure.
laundry list of inspiration. Yeah.
For sure. How long have you been in the music industry?
In the music industry, or just like how long have
Yeah,
I been doing music?
how long have you been doing music?
Okay, yeah, just because that's two different. You know what I mean? It's two different things. But yeah, as far as doing music, man, I've been doing making music since I was like, shit, man. I've been playing drums since I was 5. Really, to be honest with you, playing drums since I was 5. And I'm even counting playing on the pots and pans. I'm counting that. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying? That was
sure.
the first. I know I'm counting that with the wooden spoons. I'm counting it. You know what I mean? Because I was jamming.
Yeah,
I was jamming on those, playing on pot lids as the cymbals. I'm
no
counting that.
doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but other than that, as far as that, but like, and then when I turned like 10 or 11 years old, that's when I started really getting into the studio aspect of things. I remember my step pops, recipe Bob. My step pops bought me a DR5. That was my first drum machine, and at first I was just using that to, you know, make drum patterns for him because he was a guitar player. So I was just doing that, making drum patterns for
Mm,
him. And it turned. Then I just started making my own beats, started rapping over him and things like that. So so when I turned 11,
that's
that's
what's
when I
up.
started going into the studio, started going to different studios inside the city and stuff like that.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Um, when was like the first time that you ended up like grabbing an MPC or it started finger drumming?
Um,
When did you even know that you could do that? Like, did you know that it was natural? Like when you see it there, you was like, oh,
well,
I could do that, or what? How did that go?
I've done it before. I knew what I was
Okay.
doing, type of thing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So like when I was making beats earlier, that's how I would program the drums in. I program the drums in live like that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I had the
Mm-hmm.
piano, it'd be the drum
Mm-hmm.
sounds on the piano, and I'll play the drums on the piano. The cymbals be right here, and
Okay.
the snare be right here, and the kick be. You know what I'm saying? So I was
For
already
sure. For
finger
sure.
drumming, but then when I saw, people like Arab Music and Beats by J Black, Tristy Tracker, them niggas on Instagram. And like, I had an NPC too, because when I got out of jail, my guy DeMiro, shout out to D, he gave me an NPC.
Shout out to Merrill.
And then like, I'm looking at these niggas on Instagram do these videos. I'm like, man, let me see if I can do that shit. So I went and grabbed mine, and turned out I knew how to do it a little bit. So I started practicing more, and I ended up getting good. I mean,
That's what's up. And you ended up actually, so like these were people that you looked up to, like you when you started doing this, when you started taking the finger drumming shit seriously and you started taking it to the next level, these were people that you looked up to. And then you ended up actually like meeting these people and like vibing with them and like hanging out with them, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, me and Pharaoh Gamo. Shout out to Pharaoh, man. We was out there.
Shout out Pharaoh.
Me, Pharaoh Gamo, and Coach Chiefs. We was out there, man, kicking it with them motherfuckers hard, man. It was Trizzy, J Black, and Lisa Vasquez. Shout out Lisa. She was out there.
Shout out Lisa Vasquez.
Man, I was out there. I was out there with niggas like Mike Sick, out there with Four Eyes. Shout out Four Eyes, man. Atlanta. I love Atlanta. But anyway, yeah, man. It's crazy because the first time I met Beats by J Black, was my first time being out there in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I was out there just doing some shit. And I went to this event called the Controllerize event. That's where they had like different producers come in there with their lo-fi beats upon their little rolling 404s, the SPs and shit. And do some finger drumming up on the NPCs or whatever. And they got like video games everywhere where you can play a whole bunch of fighting games on different consoles. It's a lit establishment. It was lit. But so yeah, I was up there, and it's crazy because I was trying to link up with them, trying to schedule some shit. So when I go up there, I'm already meeting them, like, you know what I'm saying? Try to get like a private lesson or something and all that, but then it didn't fall through. So I went out there and all that, and then just so happened, I ended up meeting him at the Controllerize event. And I was finger drumming at that event too. That was my very first finger drumming performance was in Atlanta. My very first one. And my my very first finger drumming performance was in front of Beats by J Black.
Get the fuck out of here.
For real? God, he was front rowing everything, that's dope. Yo. Front rowing everything. It's crazy, man. Cause like, when I
bet that was a little bit nerve-wracking, eh?
Yeah, hell yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do my thing because it was crazy. Because when I got there, I wasn't even on the bill. I just went up there with my NPC just with hopes that they'll just put me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came up here all the way from the mill. I actually went up to the host. His name is Mike Sick. Shout out to Mike Sick. And I chopped it up with him. I was like, hey, man, I came up here from the mill to rock with y'all, man. I got my NPC and everything. I know I ain't on the bill, but yo, can I go up there and rock? He was like, you came up here all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin? I was like, yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna have you open that thing up. I was like, word? He was like, yeah, go ahead and set up, bro. Like, go ahead and set up your NPC right there by the DJ booth, and I'm gonna have you open up the whole shit. I was like, bet. So I'll go up there and set up my shit. And then after I get done, I go up to the bar, get me a little drink or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the line, and I just knew it was him because I recognized the jacket and his back was turned, but I just knew it was J Black. I tapped him on the shoulder, nigga turned around. I was like, nigga, you Beats by J Black. God damn.
That's crazy.
I ended up meeting him anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy universal shit. And me and him been cool ever since. And then the next time I went to Atlanta, which was with Pharaoh and Coaches, we was there at the A3C convention. And that's when we all kicked it. They had a little performance or whatever. That's when we all just went to the performance and just kicked it the whole night and shit like that. So it was lit, man.
That's dope.
Shout out to Beats by J Black, Trizzy Tracks.
Yeah, shout out to Beats by J Black, Trizzy Tracks for sure.
Shout out to them. This shit was lit, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, like, I know, like, we talked about you've been on the music scene for quite some time. So, how was the music scene when you started compared to today? Were there like certain pros and cons, and what were like certain struggles for artists in Milwaukee around that time?
That's crazy you asked, because I was watching the interview with, excuse me, I was watching the interview with you and Rich P. You asked him that, and I was like, well, that's an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this.
Especially for certain individuals that's been grinding, been on this scene for quite some time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You've seen a
Well,
lot
I
of shit.
mean,
We've seen a lot of stuff.
well, this is gonna this is very age revealing. What I'm finna say, because I've been doing music for a long time. So what I'm finna say is very age revealing. So first, I'm gonna start off with the internet. I'm gonna start off with the internet. I'm gonna start off with social media. That's been a
Mm-hmm.
huge shift from the time when I started making music to now. It's a laundry list of differences, to be honest with you. Even with how accessible studio equipment is right now. Even anybody can have a studio. Anybody can have a recording studio now. Back when I
Mm-hmm.
started, man, shit, man. First of all, the equipment was mad expensive, and those that had a studio, most of the time charged the arm, leg, and the earlobe for studio time. You understand? So, um, everything is easier. Everything is easier as fuck. Even with how people get music now, when I was coming up, we was outside with backpacks full of CDs with the headphones on in the street. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
check out my music, trying to sell a CD. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's a lot. It's a laundry list of differences, bro. Like, I don't even know where to
Mm-hmm.
start. Because even when you asked that question, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, damn, it is a huge difference now. Everything has changed,
Mm-hmm.
right. Everything has
Mm-hmm.
changed. Even the way we consume the
Everything has
music
changed.
to even how we make the music,
Absolutely.
right? Because even like,
Mm-hmm.
even back in the day, back like in the Motown era, like how they made music and how we make music now, we lucky, we spoiled. We can do retakes, punch ins with just a swing,
Mm-hmm.
just a punch of a press of a button now. You know what I'm saying? Back then you had to
Mm-hmm.
actually cut tape. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's crazy.
it's crazy to think about, right? But that's how rapidly the music has grown, man. I think there's a huge change. I think, but um I think as artists though, you just gotta learn to adapt, man. You just gotta learn to adapt with the times, man, as much as you can. You don't want to be stuck in that old head box, man. It's just frightening there. You gotta learn how to adapt, man, and learn how.
Yeah.
What's so crazy about that? Because is speaking of adapting, being somebody from an older era, right? I
Mm-hmm.
know everybody saw that Kanye West interview, right? When he was talking to Kanye West, we was talking to DJ Academics, and then they got to the whole
Mm-hmm.
Jim Jones shit, and then he was like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, Kanye funny as shit. Wait, so Kanye, wait, no, let me stop. That interview hilarious. But anyway, he was saying how Jim Jones did that, with the whole dollars, with like the whole $2 million, and he wasn't too much mad at that. He was more so mad at the fact that he didn't know how to send him a PDF, right? And Kanye West made a good point. Like he asked DJ Academics, "Do you think any of those young niggas around him knew how to do it?" DJ Academics said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah." He said, "Do you think somebody with $2 million have enough money to figure out how to do it?" Did your academic say, yeah? He said, well then. And that's 100% true, man. So the old heads gotta adapt, man. You gotta know how to send a PDF, bro. Like, especially if you're getting in the clothing business, especially in the clothing
Right.
business where you're getting into designing clothes and things like that. And you know that, you got to know how to send a PDF, because you got to send a PDF to the company in order for them to
Mm-hmm.
manufacture the actual design. So, yeah, man, you got to adapt. But yeah, to answer
Right.
your question, it has been a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
It's
lot of
a
changes.
lot of changes for sure.
Yeah,
Some for the good, some for the not so good. Like, because even like
yeah.
the whole, like the streaming, I know that's kind of fucked like artist over, or is fucking artist over at as we're speaking. So we had to find different
Mm-hmm.
ways how to get direct to consumer. You know what I'm
It
saying? With
helps
trying
you.
to cut that.
Yeah, see, with streaming, if streaming it is only good if you're getting a lot of them, right? So it's like
Right.
if you're getting a lot of streams, you're eating. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look in your DistroKid account and you're gonna see a comma. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're
Mm-hmm.
not getting streams, you're gonna see a decimal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is, man. That's why it's important for artists to get with the merchandise, get with the even the physical sales is coming back. People going back to CDs and vinyl now. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
to sell at their live shows just to have the
Mm-hmm.
fans get a fans a chance to just have a
Just
piece of
something
material product.
physical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got some
Some
CDs
physical.
too.
And
I got some CDs
yeah.
here from my Jarvis Reed story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna
that.
need one of those.
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
And it's like you said, like when you only press up so many of something like that, it becomes more sentimental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
you know
you
what I'm
only got
saying?
15 hard, if you only got 15 hard copies, this is the only way that you can get this piece. And you
Right,
really want that, you know what I'm saying? When it's gone, it's
right.
gone. I'm sorry. I only made 15 of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time type shit. So
Yep.
you definitely are adding like value or significance to like, just that
And I got a crazy
physical hard
catalog.
copy.
Right. And I got a crazy catalog. So my goal is to have hard copies of every single thing in my catalog.
Mm-hmm.
That's including the beat tapes. That's the beat tapes albums. Just every time I do a show, you can buy all the CDs, $10 a whop or whatever. You know what I mean? Just
There you
the
go.
more product you have, the more product you have out here, the more leverage you have, I think. So,
Yeah,
that's my
this is
goal.
true.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's true
Yeah.
for sure. So, what do you think about the current music scene in Milwaukee? Uh, I know that you kind of have been back and forth. So you've kind of got a music scene from a different perspective at this point. I was going to ask you, like, is there a music scene popping in where you're at right now, or
And
is not
Appleton?
really no? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there is.
Yeah, I guess. They be having shows up there.
He said, "Yeah, I
I,
guess."
yeah, they be out here. They be some cats out. Shout out to King Miles.
That's what's
King
up.
Miles be out here, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to King
Shout out to
Miles.
Kim Miles.
Shout out
That's
to
what's up.
yeah, man, it's a couple cats that B Cups be out here. Shout out to B Cups and shit.
That's
But
what's
I
up.
don't,
That's what I like to
it's
hear.
one of those things,
Some
man.
networking back and forth type shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But I'm
That's
still,
dope.
I just I just live out here though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Milwaukee. I just live out here. You know what I'm saying? But
For sure. For sure.
Milwaukee lit right now. Milwaukee on fucking fire right now. To be honest with you,
Hmm.
and I said this was going to happen years ago. You know this. I said this was going to happen like years ago. Like, bro, Milwaukee's next. Milwaukee is if you don't have your ducks in a row now, it's going to be tough for you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real tough
Hmm.
trying to crack into this because a lot of the people that's getting the notoriety and shine right now been putting in work for years, man, prior to even the 414 Big Franks, the JPs, the Destiny Liz. Shout out Destiny Liz.
Yep.
She
Shout out
got a
Destiny
movie
Lynn.
out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But she got
With
I think it's called The
Kodak.
Glow.
With Kodak.
I think it's called Glow Street or something like that. That's on Tubi right now. Make sure y'all check that out. Shout out Destiny Lynn.
It's with
What else? Who
Kodak,
else, man?
no?
It's a Kodak. I haven't seen the movie yet. I just
I
saw
think
it
it's
on Tubi though.
I think it's with Kodak
Yeah.
or Kodak made the movie or shot them. I know Kodak got something to do with the movie. That's how I
Okay.
ended up peeping it or finding out about it. But yeah, that's dope. Shout out Destiny Lynn.
Yeah, and we got some people in Milwaukee that's making some. We got some people from Milwaukee that people. I think people overlook. It's an artist named Huey V. He signed with Memphis Bleak label. I think it's
Mm,
called Get Low Entertainment or something like that. Or I think it's called Get Low Entertainment.
it's
But yeah,
interesting.
who
Huey
else?
V.
Huey V. Yeah, man, he outside. Who else? Let me see. There's a lot of people, man. Milwaukee is on fire as fuck right now, bro. Like that's and like
Hmm.
one thing I could say, man, I remember a time when the only person from Milwaukee that was on the map was Cuckoo Cow. Or even speech from Arrested Development or those are the only people that were on the map. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing to see someone like Steve the Stoner be out here making the noise that he's making, man. Like it's amazing, bro. It's one of the best things ever. And this is what anybody from Milwaukee hating on any one of these dudes, man, like you're missing the point. Like this is something
Mm-hmm.
that we've been waiting a long time for. Like it doesn't matter if it's not you, bro. It doesn't matter,
Right.
bro. But they're opening the doors for you, bro. Just relax, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and let's stand behind these people, man, as much as we can, bro, because they cracking the doors
Exactly.
wide open for us. They cracking the doors down like a motherfucker for us, so we can get more
Yeah.
opportunities. So you know what I mean?
And that's the
It's
whole
weird,
goal.
man. It's weird, man, to see people hating
Yeah.
and things
It
like
be
that,
wild
man.
because people, it's one of those things where it's like that's the main goal, but some people get mad because they weren't the ones that were the first ones to crack it open, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, man, calm all that shit down. We too old for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And even if you,
it's,
it's just a counterproductive energy. It's not really it's
yeah,
not positive. It's
right.
not conducive to your success. It's not gonna hating on anybody else is gonna help you with your finances. It's not gonna help you with your spirituality or your physical health at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I think when you see somebody doing good, you want to think about this. Want for others what you want for yourself. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And like a
Period.
lot of hatred will stop. If people thought like that, want for others what you want for yourself, bro, there'll be no more hate in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep. Yeah.
That's my
Um.
motivational quote for the day, bro. Yeah.
So I know you work with Cassidy. I know
Yeah.
you work with Hell Rel. I know you work with Anthony Danza.
I just got to working
Just
with
to
hell, but that just happened. That the hell real shit just happened. Yeah.
just to name a few. So tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about that.
Yeah, man.
About each of those guys. I know maybe a lot of people not familiar with Anthony Danza. He's a dope artist.
They
I know
should.
you produce.
Anthony Dan's a fire.
Yeah,
He's one of my
yeah.
favorite, he's like one of my favorite top 5 favorite independent artists right now under the radar, but they're not under the radar, but you get what I'm saying, right? They're not like,
Right.
you know what
No.
I mean?
Yeah. I
But
feel you. And
I
I
would
like how
say,
he's like he's not trying to like copy anything. Like he kind of staying true to like his, you know what I'm saying, like the style and
man,
what he
yeah,
bring to the table. You know what
hell
I'm
yeah.
saying?
His whole catalog is genius, man. His whole entire catalog. He has a genius catalog. Let me explain like how it's like it's like the level of consistency is crazy. It's like you can go to McDonald's anywhere in the country and the Big Mac can still be a Big Mac, right? It's like the consistency is crazy. Like the nigga nice,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like he just the beast be slap. I call him the bop guy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how I got a chance to work with him because I've always been a fan of his. The first record I saw was at all costs. It was a video with him in the car, he rapping and shit, and it's fire. So I'm like, damn, who the fuck is this nigga? So it made me look at the rest of his catalog. It made me go and look at
Mm-hmm.
everything else and listen to everything else. And I'm like, damn, dude, cool. And that's what made me a fan. So I followed him on socials and all that. And then I was just I was engaging with him and things like that. And then one day I just told him, like, man, you send you some beats, man. Then he commented back, like, yeah, you go. He sent me the email and I sent him the beat. I sent him the beat to Brick there and some other beats, but then
Mm-hmm.
he chose the Brick there beat. And yeah, the rest is history, man. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what happens, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta show support to get support. You know what I'm saying? And I showed
Mm-hmm.
support first. Me showing support got me an opportunity, Bob. Yeah. That's how
Right.
that happens.
For
That's how that
sure.
happens. It happens like that. And then the Cassidy shit happened because I was in Atlanta. I know somebody out there in Atlanta. Shout out to Rod Dollar. Rod Dollar, shout out to Rod. I
Shout out
met
Rod
Rod
Dollar.
Dollar in it. I met Rod Dollar in Atlanta the other time when I went with Pharaoh for the A3C. That's when I met him. So when I came back to
Mm.
Atlanta a year after that, or a couple years after that, that's when he found out I was there. He called me. He's like, "Yo, damn nigga, you in Atlanta? You ain't tell me." So I'm like, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? So we chopping it up. He asked me what I was doing, and I told him like I'm up here just working. And then he was like, "Man, I can get you in the studio with some niggas." And then he named the list of niggas he can get me in the studio with. Name Cassidy came up. I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He made a couple calls. Came up with the price. And I honored the price. The next day, I was in the studio with Cassidy. Basically,
That's
I, you
what's
know
up.
what I'm saying, and I was in the studio with Cass for like 5 hours. We made one song, but he's been there for 5 hours. But it was lit though, you know what I'm saying? We were just hanging out, vibing, just chopping it up, shooting
Hell
the
yeah.
shit. And yeah, Cassidy, a real one. Shout out to Cassidy, man. Yeah,
Shout out Cassidy. That's what's up.
yeah, man. Shout out Rod
And then
Dollar
you
for the
said,
opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, shout out Rod Dollar. Yup. I had a pleasure of meeting the brother.
Yep.
And then you said the Hell Rel thing. That's just something
You
that just
sure
happened.
did. That's right. You did meet Rod Dollar. I didn't. I
Yeah,
forgot all
yeah,
about that. You did meet
yeah,
Rod Dollar. Yeah, sure did.
yeah.
Yep. And yo, and like also, man, my condolences to Rod, man. He just lost, Mom Dukes, man. So my condolences to
Oh
Rod
man.
Dollar at this time, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, sending positive energy, healing energy for
word.
sure.
And
And
who
then
else? Who else you
how did
said?
the Hell Rel thing, how did that transpire? Or
Yeah,
how's that? That's
the
new,
Hell
right?
Rail shit just
That's
happened.
fresh.
Yeah, but the Hell Rail shit just happened because me and my girl in the crib chilling, and Hell Rail, like those like freestyle videos I be posting this shit, right? Hell Rail saw
Mm-hmm.
one of them shits and was like, "Hey, bro, this shit fire." I think it was the one for 53206. That song already
Mm-hmm.
out though. That's a song with me, Killer B, and J.R. Scales off of the on my mama album. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to be on that one, but it didn't make sense for him to be on that because the nigga from the Bronx. So how you have a Bronx nigga on the 53206 record? So,
Right.
but I was excited and I sent him the shit anyway. But I'm thinking like in my head, like I can get on some Kanye West shit, get the vocals back, change the beat, boom. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And he
That's
heard the
dope.
other version. He heard the other version and he liked it. I got some other people I'm gonna have on that record too. I'm just waiting upon their vocals to get back, and then it's gonna be a done deal. I want to keep it secret for now, but yeah, man. I got
For
some shit in the
sure.
works, man. I've been working, man. I took a year off, but I'm back. I've been working, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Is there anybody else you'd like to work with as far as producers or like other artists, like as far as like in that kind of realm, like those type of artists, those the artists that we knew growing up, like the fucking Cassidys, the Hell Rails, you know what I'm saying?
And kinda, I mean, like, of course, it's kind of like a basketball player wanting to go in the league and play with their favorite basketball player, right? Like when
For sure.
you got kids in the NBA, they look up to Steph Curry and like now they got to lace up and get like they're like mesmerized, right? You know what I'm saying? So I would like
Hell
to have
yeah.
that moment. I would like to have that moment with Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
I like
yeah.
to have that moment
Hell yeah.
with like a Common or a Cool G Rap
Common was fucking dope
or a
too.
Jay-Z. Like, I actually had a Jay-Z opportunity. I don't know when he's coming out with an album, but even with Redman, I had an opportunity with Redman. I did make some beats for him. They didn't surface, but it's okay. It happens in the industry.
That's
You
yeah,
know what I'm
that's a lot
saying?
of people.
But yeah, but you know,
That's dope
who
though.
else? Yeah, KRS-One. Oh my God, that'll change my life. Rakim, that'll change my life. Like, come on, man. Like,
Hell yeah.
make a beat, be in the studio with Rakim, lace the track with Ra, like with the God. Like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
that'll
Yeah,
change my life.
that'd be
I can
sick.
die. I can die that day. That's fine. I can die that day. I could die right after that session. Swear to God, I'm okay. I'll die with a smile. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. It's okay. My
No,
my
no
my life
bullshit.
duties, my life is finished. My life duties have been fulfilled, bro. That's how I feel. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie. Yeah, shit.
No, I feel you on that
But
shit. Hell yeah.
as far as locally though, it's one of those I really wanna. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll do a track with Chicken P, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a track with Chicken P. I'll do a track with I do a track with 414 Big Frank, man. I do a track with one of them niggas, man. I'll do a track with
That'd be
Kanisha
dope.
Lee or or anybody popping out of Milwaukee, anybody making noise, I'll do a track with you, man. Like, so holla at me, man. Holla at me. You know what I mean? We can talk. We could talk splits and royalties. We don't need no upfront money. You know what I'm saying? Just holla at me. Let's make something happen, man. You know what
You heard it here. You heard it here.
I'm saying?
Shit. Hey, so tell us about the Milwaukee Padmasters. What is your involvement? Yeah, I heard y'all suppose, that word on the streets, y'all the champs. You know what I'm saying?
Word on the street, bro. Really? Word on the street? We got this nigga. Nah, yeah, man. Milwaukee Padmasters is a Milwaukee. It's a team of music producers from Milwaukee that got together. I put the team together on some LeBron James type shit to go against other music producers across the country. We did 2.5 seasons. Third season they kind of just stopped doing it for some reason. We was on pace to winning that one. We won season 2. We came up short season 1. And the National Beat Battle Association. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. We was in the National Beat Battle Association, which is no more for some reason, but it is what it is. And it was fun. It was fun. Sometimes it was stressful, but it was fun. We got it done. We got a championship belt, and we got platinum plaques to prove it. So it is what it is. Shout out to the whole Padmasters crew.
Shout out to the whole Padmasters crew for sure.
2022.
Hell yeah.
In BBA champions, Yeah. So,
hell yeah.
So we did that.
Congrats.
We definitely did that.
That's what's up. The Milwaukee
and I'm also the Cream City Beat Battle champion. Cream City 2020 Beat Battle champion. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I was there. I witnessed that. That was when Mike Croft was the host, right? He was hosting that joint. Yeah, I remember
that.
That
was when I beat Godzilla first round and shit. When I beat Godzilla first round with that NBA beat.
Yeah. That was an epic battle. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember that shit. Mm-hmm.
Shout out Godzilla, man.
Shout out Godzilla. Yeah. The Milwaukee Padmasters radio show.
Yeah.
I know you had interviewed people on there like Dame Grease, David Fingers, Haynes, Gnarly, Raphael Capone.
Man.
For people not familiar with that, can you fill us in a little bit about that? The Milwaukee Padmaster radio show?
Yeah, I wish I could have continued that. I was doing that radio show around a very difficult time in my life, and I was still trying to really do that and commit to that radio show. And it was one of the best ideas I've ever had, man. And it was so dope to talk to the producers that I talked to, because these are producers that, like I said, we're looking up to, that that I was watching on social media, that ended up becoming my friends throughout the time. You know what I'm saying? And my peers in finger drumming, because even in the finger drumming community, it's a pretty large community now. It has grown largely since I've been involved in it, because when I got involved in it, it was starting to sprout. You know what I'm saying? It was really it was on the up and up, right? I mean, just watching these dudes, I'm like, damn, these niggas is fire, man. And then with me coming out finger drumming and getting known for my talent in it, they began to know about me. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they started, how I felt about them began to be a mutual feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
They'll look at me the same way I looked at them as far as talent wise and our admiration for each other. So it's very, very dope, man. And shout out to the whole finger drumming community if y'all watching, man. Shout out to everybody that's punching the past, man, because it's a very supportive community. There's no hate in this community. I haven't seen nobody hating on each other yet, bro. Not like on the battle raps and niggas battle rappers and shit, and niggas be even regular producers be beefing sometimes with the finger drumming producers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. I haven't seen it. Not yet. Maybe it'll happen one day, but I haven't seen it.
No. Yeah, for sure. So speaking, you just said it about battle rapping. Tell us about your battle rapping days. I know you used to be a battle rapper, right? Am I correct?
I sucked. No, that's not what you. No,
It's not what I
no, I
heard.
used to be. No, yeah, man, I used to battle rap, man. I tried to actually get back in it, man. I tried to actually get back in it just recently. And
Oh
me
yeah.
getting back in it reminded me of why I stopped doing it. It's
Oh,
and like, I love the art form of it and everything like that, but then, sometimes the politics and the egos and the personalities, bro, get kind of weird, bro. Especially the
mm-hmm.
personalities. Like battle rap niggas is, in no disrespect to a lot of my battle rap peers. Like, if man, y'all my niggas, and we have these conversations all the time. But a lot of these niggas weird, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like a lot of these battle rap niggas is weird, bro. Like spookingly weird. You know what I'm saying? So, not for real, spookingly. So, no disrespect to the battle rap community. I love battle rap, man, but the battle rap community know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's weird. So, I try to, I love a peaceful life. I love a life where, I don't want
I
no
feel
bullshit.
you.
No, I just love it. So I appreciate my peace and silence in my life, and I decided to withdraw my request from returning back to battle rap. And that, bro, I
For
had something
sure.
wrote too, bro. I had some cold shit wrote, fam. I was gonna tear a nigga head off. I ain't gonna lie to you, but nah, I'm good. I'm good. Plus I got other things to focus on right now anyway. So in battle rap, it's like one of those things. If I ain't gonna battle, put it like this: if I ain't gonna battle at least 3 or 4 times this year, why? Why even
mm-hmm.
do it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. I know you be moving and grooving, bro. You be here, there, boom, boom, bang. Cause I know that you was for a time you was like on the front line doing like the drumming and shit for the Packers. You were doing some for the Bucks. You were doing shit for the Brewers. How was that?
It was fun. It was fun, but let me be real with you. I was too old to be doing that shit. Um, but it was fun though. I had a blast, man. It was
It's dope.
put it like this. I would look at that, my work with the Bucks, being in the Bucks drum line, the Packers drum line, and being a racing glizzy for the Brewers. It's definitely it's
The
definitely
way you say
is the the Johnsonville Racing Glizzies. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a resume stuffer. You know what I'm saying? I could put that on my resume and say I did it. You know what I'm saying? you know, um, it was fun though. I had a blast. It was hot as hell in them Glizzy suits,
it.
but
I
and they
bet
always
shit.
and they always had me be chorizo because I'm black. But I mean, I'm not. I'm not Mexican. They always had me be chorizo because I'm black. But it was cool because he, like, I guess he Wisconsin's favorite glizzy. I guess apparently,
On what?
because I'd be in the costume, everybody be like, chorizo, we love you, chorizo. He's my favorite glizzy. Like, I'm like, okay. I guess
Shit.
I guess chorizo's everybody's favorite glizzy. Um, but as far as so I had fun doing that. As far as the Bucks and the Packers drumline, I had fun more so just being in that environment of band. Being in an environment of having
Mm-hmm.
bandmates and practicing, having rehearsals, and working together to finalize a piece. You know what I'm saying? Working
Mm-hmm.
together to create this one sound. I think I appreciate that experience more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Just doing that and just being in front of thousands of people on a nightly basis. Every time there's a local game, obviously, but just
Mm-hmm.
being in front of all those people, getting the chance to put the drums down and throw T-shirts out in the crowd and things like that, giving the
Mm-hmm.
kid a little Bucks basketball or giving them a little football or a Packers T-shirt or something, like things like that. Just, you know, I really enjoy entertaining people, and I know the value of hard work. I know the value of teamwork and working with others to
Mm-hmm.
to actually complete a common goal. That's why I was so good with the whole Milwaukee Pad Masters thing and this organizing things and bringing everybody together to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of my
Mm-hmm.
experience with being in band throughout all these years. You know what I'm saying? And knowing how to work with different personalities and things like that.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Just for fun, what are your personal top three Milwaukee artists and top three Milwaukee producers?
Damn, man.
No particular order.
Classic has to be in that list.
Shout out
Um,
classic.
Classic Twan Mac, rest in peace, has to be in that list.
Shout out Twan Mac. Rest in peace.
And I would say Kia Princess. Yeah,
Yeah, shout out Kid Rap Princess.
that's my
And
three
then as
right
far as
there.
producers, yeah, that's a good three. That's a solid
That's
three.
my three. Producers, I would say, damn man, because I got a whole team of producers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go off as
Yeah.
far as who's hot. I'm gonna go off as far as who's hot right now, like who's really like striking the iron right now. Um, I would say Mystic Music is really banging
Shout out
right now.
Mystic
He's
Music.
really grinding. Um, I would say Space Crime is grinding right now. Check out
Shout out Space
Live from the
Crime.
Milky Way. Live from the Milky Way is out right
Mm-hmm.
now. I actually got the T-shirt on. Space Crime Live from the
That's
Milky Way.
dope.
It's a compilation album with me and other artists from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's pretty dope.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
and I would say my third one. I'll say Don Johnson. Shout out Don Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
my favorite. Those are my three. And it's not in the order or nothing like that, but those are my
Right.
top right now. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Do you have any projects you're working on, like currently, or is there something out that you have? I know you showed
Well,
this
the Jarvis Reed story is out now. You
Travis
can get the
Reese.
CD or you can go stream
Mm-hmm.
it. It's on every streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check this out. It's dope 13 bangers. Real hip hop. Real hip hop, man. If you like, just to give you like a similar artist category, if you like anything from Jadakiss, Nas, Beanie Siegel, or anything in that nature, man, you're gonna love this album.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very lyrical, very, very on point. It speaks about my life in a way and fashion where you're going to enjoy it. You might shed a tear, bud.
For sure. Hell yeah.
But
Um,
as far as projects I'm working on something. Um, I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet, but I'm working on something. Right now, I'm just more
for
so
sure.
focused on getting more shows, getting more interviews like this, more shows, get my products in order for my inventory for the shows, and just travel more and create. Put it like this: I'm trying to create another demand for an album instead of just put one out at this point. Try to
For
create a
sure.
demand for it.
That's
You know
dope.
what I mean? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
So
it.
for people like you're looking to do more shows and do more interviews. If people want to get in contact with you or look you up or book you for a show or
Hold on a second,
get
Bucky.
you on an
One second,
interview,
Bucky.
yeah,
Sit. Relax. Bucky, come here. I'm sorry. Bucky. Sit. 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 Relax. Sorry.
yeah, and people want to get your handles. Where can they reach you at? Get book you for
Oh,
a
yeah.
gig, book you on a show.
Check me out at Meccah Maloh, spelled Meccah Maloh. Meccah Maloh online at gmail.com. Yeah, Meccah Maloh, just at Meccah Maloh on, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. The same thing for all of those joints. I'm on YouTube, the same thing. Yeah, man, holla at me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Well, shit, man. Y'all heard it here. Panorama. We got Meccah Maloh. We, spent a nice little time chopping it up with the brother. He's gonna
Blackout.
introduce. Yeah, shout out Blackout Entertainment. He's gonna
Yeah.
introduce. We're gonna close out. He's gonna introduce the name of. We're gonna watch a video. Hey.
Yeah, I think I sent you Mercury and Gemini.
Okay, go ahead. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you. Yep.
This is Mercury and Gemini. You finna watch right here by Meccah Maloh, featuring Styles P and Sheik Luke. Let's go.
Yo, Meccah, what up? Congratulations on all your success this year, winning the Cream City Beat Battle Volume 2.
Sheik Luke, LOXD Block, Silverback Gorilla up in here, man. Hey, yo, check this out right now. I want to shout out my homie Meccah.
And be safe in all your travels. Stay out of jail. Stay connected. Keep the energy right.
This your time. Milwaukee, stand up, support your own. We gonna do it over here in New York. Mac, peace, yo, D-Block.
Look, late night Chicago subs, I get a 5-piece. Saw my homie baby mama with her side piece. Always mind your business, that's installed inside my mind piece. Cherish every moment, pay attention to your timepiece. Tell me the difference, your hood and mine, we all the same. Hustlers ball out to their age, this shit is all the game. Only right I rap with that fire, produce a ball of flame. Never to be whack and retire into the hall of shame. How you mad how I act when you know you are to blame? We all play spades, but we don't shuffle the cards the same. Got violated in public, he acting hard again. Calm before the storm, but I always endured the hardest rain. I was born 1984, on the June 9th. Each decade I experienced was a new life. Smith and Wesson, fresh out the box, it came with a new knife. Jarvis Reed story, interviewed by the news twice.
Dude, I mean, I saw Meccah like destroying everyone.
Yeah, he literally just, you could just see it on his face that you came out with no mercy.
No mercy. You're stepping it up to the next level. You're using this as an instrument, which is so much. It trumps so much. We were up there and after we played our final 3 beats, there was one more, and I had one more. It wasn't my best beat or anything, but I was alright. And he's like, oh yeah, I got beats for days. I'm like, damn, dude, you prepared all of these live beats out. That's insane.